Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Mike's Baseball Card Review. Today I've got some exciting news and I've got an experience I'd like to share with you. First, the exciting news, I just got an email that my 2021 Bowman retail box, 24 packs of Bowman baseball cards, is in delivery, so it's on the way. Really excited about that. I wasn't expecting it for another week or so, so I might be getting it a little bit earlier than originally anticipated. So that means I might be able to do the break as soon as next Saturday. So stay tuned for that. I got some exciting news about what I'm going to do with the break. So I'd really like your input. I'm looking at possibly selling by division this time. So let me know your thoughts on that. But I think I have some other little tricks up my sleeve that I think could make it a little bit fun. And also encourage you all to buy maybe even multiple divisions. So stay tuned for that. The other thing I want to talk about today was my experience at Target. Today, this morning, I went to my local Target and I arrived about 20 minutes before open. The reason why was because I was looking to see if I could get a little bit more of that 2021 Bowman than that's already coming my way. I would really like to get a box or two of the mega boxes. Those are really popular. They come with those mega refractors. I don't know, they call them Mojo refractors or whatever. So those are really high demand. So I'd really love to get a box of those and then possibly add that to my break, depending on how many divisions I'm able to sell. I got there about 20 minutes early, and there were about 20 people in front of me. So I still thought I was probably in pretty decent shape because a lot of those people were probably looking for another sport, other cards. Basketball, football is a little bit more popular, honestly, than baseball cards. Not for me personally, but for a lot of people, and the demand for those is a little bit higher. You can make more money on some of those, so I think a lot of these people are probably looking to acquire the cards to sell them, whereas I was looking for the cards to be able to rip them, honestly. And collect some, possibly, if I can get more than one. Of course, Target has the one box limit right now, which is a mixed bag. I mean, I think it is good that it hopefully lets more people be able to acquire boxes at retail. But at the same time, it is kind of nice to be able to buy more than one thing at a time. It makes it hard to accumulate a lot of cards at retail. But overall, I think it's probably pretty good for the hobby as a whole. But everything went very smoothly. The employee took my name, and everybody was in line and took their turn. So when the doors opened, there's probably like 50 people in line, and I was right in the middle. I still thought I had a decent shot at the Bowman baseball cards. It turns out that there were no Bowman baseball cards. I watched as the first people went through, and they all got Select Football. That was a very popular one. And actually, in my mind, I was kind of thinking if they didn't have Bowman, I would maybe get a Select Football, because those are selling for quite a bit online. I don't personally collect football, but I probably would have picked up a box and tried to sell it because it's virtually free money, basically. But unfortunately, they didn't have very much Select Football either, and that was gone by the time I got there. I was able to pick up some cards, but unfortunately, there was no Bowman. Like I said, there was some baseball, so I can't say there was no baseball, but it was not a desirable set. I think it might have been like the Pete Rose Leaf or something like that. So honestly, I didn't really have any desire to get that. So I did pick up some cards, but unfortunately, I did not get any Bowman. So I would be curious to hear your thoughts. Have you been able to find Bowman baseball at retail? Because I know Bowman is very hard to find on retail. I wasn't honestly sure if it was coming out today or if it was a later date. I don't know if they even really specified that. It was kind of unclear. So I did think that there was a possibility I wouldn't get any today. But I have seen online that it is starting to trickle out. So have you seen Bowman anywhere in retail, especially at Target? That's where I'm kind of looking at because that's where the mega boxes are. I'm going to give, my experience was pretty good, honestly. Everybody was civil, just kind of walked in line. When it was your turn, you went and you got to look and see what was available, and you pick your box and move on and check out. It's kind of a crazy thing that so many. My wife thinks it's funny that there's so many people that would stand in line for sports cards, but that's the way it is these days. And obviously, I'm not the only one that likes sports cards, and obviously there are other people that might have other motives as well. But everybody was civil, like I said, normal people. There was no riots or anything like that. But the one thing that I do want to bring up and get your opinions and thoughts on is I did notice that there were not a lot of cards available, even at the very beginning of the day when we were the first ones there in the store. I noticed there were some empty boxes before we even got in, and that made my mind wonder: are they holding back cards? Are they not showing us all the cards that they actually have? When it first comes out open, so that they can maybe stock some more later. Or are some of the Target employees themselves like stashing them before we even get a chance to take a look at them? Maybe it's possible that there was Bowman cards, but the employees, went ahead and stashed them all before they even let the rest of us public get a chance at it. So I really don't know. Obviously, there was some football that was left over. Maybe they felt like they had to leave some. I just don't know. Like, it makes me curious though. Because, like I said, there was not a whole lot of cards there. I honestly don't know if there's enough boxes for the 50 or so people that were there. So there might have been people that were standing in line that didn't get a box at all, which would be really terrible. I'd be feeling really bad about that. So, anyways, overall experience was pretty positive. I think I'm going to try again next Friday. It opens early enough to where I could probably just start work a little bit later than I usually would. It still is a little bit inconvenient. But I got back home around 8:30, so it's about 10 or 15 minutes away from home. So it only took like 10 minutes once the doors open to walk in, pick up your cards and go. So I'm really hoping that next Friday they'll have Bowman baseball. I'll be able to get a mega box. Maybe I might get there 10 or 15 minutes earlier, if I can. And maybe that would give me a little bit better position as well in line. But I'll be curious to see next week if I get the chance to do it. If they have more cards, if Bowman's out. It is kind of like, in a weird way, it is kind of fun. It's like the hunt is part of the fun. The scarcity of the cards is kind of what makes cards a little bit fun. The chase to get the hits. So that's kind of part of the fun of that. And so I kind of see it as a little bit of a game. Trying to get the cards is half the battle, and then the fun of opening the cards, of course, ripping the packs, and hopefully I'll be able to have a really nice break for y'all, and hopefully you'll be able to join me in the break and participate. Like I said, I'll be doing a Bowman break really soon, either next Saturday or the following Saturday. Selling by divisions. If you buy more than one division, you'll have a better chance at getting an AL East team where some of the big prospects are, potentially big hits. So no guarantees, obviously. But if you like breaks, I really would appreciate you checking mine out. It's coming up soon, the next week or two. Hope to see you there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. Leave comments in this video. What's your experience on have you waited in line in Target for sports cards? How did that go for you? And what are your thoughts on the break? Do you like the division, buying by division, or whatnot? I'd really love to hear your thoughts on that, because I'd like you to participate. So thanks, everybody. Take care. God bless.